Skibidi-baba, boot away. Oh, 4 p.m. Perfect time. And we are live, and most likely going to be completely dead because Tears of the Kingdom is out. No, but in all seriousness, hey guys, how's it going? Infinite, good to see, glad to have you. Kiko, good to see, glad to have you. Zeb, good to see, glad to have you. Zapavel, nice. It's just my mobile account while on my road trip. Nice, I'll be dipping in out of stream. No worries. Thanks so much for your comments, by the way. I haven't had a chance to integrate them into the sheet yet, but definitely got that going. Oh, look at all you guys. I like the boring text document. In fact, I've added more boring text to the boring text document. Yeah. I know just the one. Yeah, I was reading those comments earlier. Is that Alora? Good to see, glad to have you. V, good to see, glad to have you. Infinite, good to see, glad to have you. Yes, like what's so who guys? What's the over under that it's like gonna be the 4 or 5 of us the whole stream? What with Tears of the Kingdom coming out and all that. Also, look at all these good people. Looks like we got a whole bunch of you guys out doing some. Trails, good to see, glad to have you. Fun timing, I was watching musical lore videos today. Woo! Perfect timing, Trails. Great work on them. Thank you. They're some of my favorites to make. They're really time intensive, but they're some of my favorites by far. I get to express. I mean, obviously, there's a lyrical interpretation. Some of it's obvious. It's not more of a soft science, but it's timing the music and stuff is again very rewarding, very draining. But hopefully this will be good. Raven, good to see, glad to have you. So, for those of you who don't know what these streams are, we go through all the music of Final Fantasy XIV. We've been going expansion by expansion, and we figure out where the songs kind of repeat in different ways. So, for instance, the main theme of Heaven's Word repeats on loop all throughout. You've got all throughout A Realm Reborn, or all throughout Heaven's Word in different places, both the Knight's part and the Lady part. As you can see here, we've done everything from Heaven's Word up to Shadowbringers, but instead of diving on into Endwalker, I thought we'd go back, because we actually never did A Realm Reborn in 1.0. Now, I, silly enough, threw 1.0 here thinking, that'll be fast enough to go through, but if you're not aware, the music for 1.0 is, there's 100 songs in that alone. So, we're going to be having an interesting day here today. And then there's over 100 songs in ARR, and then there's 60 songs in the patch content for Realm Reborn. So it's going to be a bit of a wild ride, for sure. There's so much, yeah. I don't have a Switch right now because my brother has it at school. No! Alara, I'd mail you my extra one that my partner never plays, but I don't know how realistic that is. I would hard listen to both this stream and Eurovision we're watching with my FC, but I'll try my best. AR is a great amount of live motifs. Well, Infinite, I appreciate you hopping in either way. I mean, you know, sadly, from an algorithmic standpoint, a view is a view, even if, whether or not you're paying attention or how much you're engaged. But, yeah. Ray, since this is YouTube, we're contractually obligated to say like, share, and subscribe. Thank you, Ray. Before Meteor, Realm Reborn, Before the Fall. Yes, those are the titles of for those who don't know, before Meteor is the 1.0 stuff, Realm Reborn is the 2.0 stuff, and Before the Fall is 2.x stuff. Absolutely insane. I don't think there's going to be a lot of motifs to find either, but we'll see. It definitely... Yeah, there's quite some of 1.0 is one of my favorite songs in the game is actually 1.0 though. So let's go ahead and get that started. First thing we have is Prelude. And also let me know how my audio is. I adjusted my mic a little bit. And let me know how the Spotify audio is too as well. Prelude. I mean, technically that would be FF1. What did we put for Prelude Rebirth? Okay, Cold Wind. We haven't put anything. Okay, so we're just gonna put. For now, I'm just gonna put FF1. Yeah, because I think that works. Because that's technically accurate, right? It is from Final Fantasy 1. Also, Laffy, I don't think you're here, but if you ever watch this, thank you very much for all your corrections of my many, many typos and poor formatting. I also curse your name. No, but seriously, thank you for that. Auto's a little peaky. Cool. Thank you, Kiko. When you say audio is peaking, are you talking about my voice audio? Or are you talking about the, Prelude gives me such a nostalgia for FF11 days. That's the thing that I do love. Voice is a bit quiet. That's one of the things I do love about, The Prelude, it feels like Final Fantasy. Music audio? Okay, I will lower that then. Okay, how's this adjustment? I'm gonna talk for a second. I'm gonna talk over the music. Blah-de-dee, blah-de-dee, blah. Is music good and is voice good? Prelude, I'll make a wild guess, is Prelude. Crazy. Lady, good to see you, glad to have you. Sounds better? Cool. Much better. Prelude ties it all together. It really does. It's interesting. There's also the main theme, though. So we'll see if that... But the main theme hasn't been used... I guess the thing is that Prelude, because it's in every title screen, it fundamentally is... You know... It does tie everything together. Anamelli, good to see you, glad to have you. I think it was the login screen music, which was probably left on my screen way too much. Yeah. I really think there's something to be said that if you make a long-running thing, the things that are representation, like the things that keeping a thing tied together, I think matters to make it feel like there's a legacy. I mean, Final Fantasy, 16 is wildly different than Final Fantasy 7. But if they both have Prelude, if they both have these elements, it feels contiguous, Also, I really like this version of Prelude. It's very good. Okay, we got the opening theme. Oh, it's the main theme of Final Fantasy. It's also used for the airship theme. I actually don't know where that got used in 4, so I'm gonna play, or in 1.0, and searching where certain things are in 1.0 might be actually a bit difficult at times, but, actually, let me say, what is the official name of the song? Because is it main, I've known it by a bunch of different things. It's known as Final Fantasy, main theme, opening theme, prologue. Okay, I'm gonna call it main theme. And that, main theme. And then we got Navigator's Glory, which is, I mean, Navigator's. I'm just gonna put in parentheses. Take that and just put in parentheses. Was there even a nighttime theme? Navigator's Glory. I actually have some notes on the 1.0 stuff. It just plays in Limsa. I guess there was no nighttime theme. Sounds good though. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of 1.0 music I had no idea where it was used because I never played it. Yeah. Also, low-key surprised there are so many people coming with... Yeah, Lady, you missed it. We were making jokes about that earlier. Yeah, I'm very thankful for everybody who's choosing to spend time with me. Or if you're doing shrines while listening. Wasn't that... Yes, this is the 1.0 Limps and Limits theme. Correct. And I don't hear... I mean, like, obviously I don't... None of it really got used going forward. Oh, that's Reborn. Okay, so it doesn't seem like there's much there. Okay, then we got Freedom, which is, I believe, the Lenocean theme? Where's my notes? Yeah. Plays in Lenocia from patch 1.18 onwards. Okay. Lenocia theme. This actually kind of sounds a little bit like a sped up version of Navigator's Glory. Was Freedom used? Did Freedom get used? I can't tell if Freedom got used in Final Fantasy later in 2.0 or if I just Freedom did get used in Final Fantasy in 2.0. Where did it get used? Red Wings. It got used in the Red Wings place. Did they use it for ocean fishing too? Ooh, I'm not gonna have to do like a slash for 2.0. Slash Red Wings and ocean fishing. I'm gonna Honestly, there's a bit of Pokemon in there. Sally cannot afford. I'm sorry, lady, that sucks. I think so. I'm being part of the fishing traditions. Okay. Well, I'm gonna add an asterisk to check later, but it definitely sounds like it. No, I think Navigator's Glory is separate. I think 1.0 will need some double checking for sure. On Windy Meadows, I know I've used that for a couple. Lenosia. My notes don't have anything on where in Lenosia the differences between those two. For anybody who was around for 1.0, if you do know, I would, or anyone in the future watching these, if you want to comment down below. Alternatively, if you go over to our Discord right now, I have a link to this document which you can comment in. Please don't abuse that. He begged. Actually, you know what might work? I don't think. Oh! It gets used when you first enter 1.0. Or in 2.0. When you first go to Lenosia. I feel like there's somewhere else. Entering Limsa. 2.0. And it's not from anything prior. I mean, that's the nice part, is that 1.0 probably doesn't, we're not gonna have a bunch of those. The Endwalker, oh, I forgot they used it for the Endwalker intro too. Enter Limsa 2.0 and 6.0. Yep, they do. Good call with that. Ingalls, good to see you, glad to have you. Yeah, no, Lenosia 1.0, yeah. Also, I listen to some of the 1.0 music, but not all of it a ton. So if I miss something being reused as a motif, let me know. There's something about that part that sounds familiar. I'm gonna add an asterisk to, like, revisit. Okay, Nail of the Heavens. Lenosian battle theme. They reused this. Did they use this recently in Christian Conflict? What did they use in Mass Carnival? That's what it is. Man, it's hype as hell. There's a ton of 1.0 using the optional content. Makes sense. Yep, Blue Mage. Yep, thanks, Angle. Yeah, right, that's a good place to use it, though, so it makes the tracks. Okay, Shadow of the Colossus. Wait, I know that part. Guild leads for Lenosia. It's so weird because I think some of it's just because it's Uematsu. It's got like the Uematsu vibe, but some of it I swear sounds like it's gonna be going in. It goes into other 2.0 songs. Gilby. Monosia Gilby. Wait. Sounds a little bit like 10 has a rising part like that. Okay. Hard Dungeons, Fates, yeah, Blue Mage. Which song got used for Hard Dungeons and Fates? Nail the Heavens? Which things all together as a Pavel did it have? Alright, Siren Song. Wait, really? Wait, so is Siren Song... Okay, that's just Siren Song then. I mean, that we had that. Yeah, little Siren Song, we have that in 85. Okay, so we just have Siren Song twice, so we can just get rid of that. Board of the Bows, theme of Gridania. Not gonna lie, so far prefer whalers and water wheels. This is a very safe foresty theme. Tracy, good to see you, glad to have you. Yeah, the Entnu had a lot of his influence on 1.0. Oh, Nobuo Uematsu had a less motif-driven, more vibes for the moment, I think. Yeah, that's definitely the impression I get. I know for sure Uematsu was far more of a main lead on 1.0. 2.0 gets a very hazy and foggy in terms of the amount like Soken versus Uematsu, but yeah, 1.0 was very... Musico, good to see you, glad to have you. Yeah, just 1.0 songs in general. No worries, Zep. No worries. Soken took over for subsequent patches of 1.0. You could feel tonal shift in the songs for sure. Yeah. For instance, you know, like on Windy Meadows. Actually, you know what? I should label that. I'm gonna label that in on Windy Meadows, Lenosia 1.18. Wait, that part. Bum, 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 bum. Is that Torn from the Heavens? What? Wait, what is that? That's something. We're gonna go back a second real quick. Someone help me. I know it's something we know. Revolutions? Is that what I'm thinking it sounds like? Does anybody else hear this? Am I just crazy? It sounds kind of like... Freedom was changed. Okay, too. It sounds like it's got a bit of the Revolutions, like one thing. It does sound like a little bit like Revolutions. That's wild. Something now they mentioned, yeah. ffXIV is used for the hard Heavensward dungeons example. Oh, okay. Thanks, Zep. Thanks for knowing that. I'll make sure to make a note on that. I'm gonna add that note. Sounds like revolutions. Oh my god. Which, I mean, kind of makes sense since Gerdani's part of that. I guess, kind of. Okay, Whisper of the Land. Oh, this definitely got reused. I know this song got reused. For those of you around during 1.0, a lot of these songs changed during patch 1.18. What was the music before patch 1.18? Wait, isn't this the Raktika theme? Isn't this like the like when you're in the V's place? I was like, wait a second, why do I know this? I remember hearing this while doing bar job quests, like the Ronkin song existed in 1.0. Yeah. That's wild. V Village. Misunderstood as a 5 point. I'm just gonna start labeling the patch. Doesn't sound like it's from anything. Yeah, it sounds like it's crazy. These songs showed up in certain safe areas or camps that were added to the 1.0 maps. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Ingles that they then was used in that way. Yeah, Fanal, thank you. I'm gonna put Fanal. Thank you, Tracy. That's wild. But now it makes sense also because like its vibe matches that era of the music. We're learning shit today, folks. See, I was working through the 1.0 stuff, wouldn't have much to talk about because of they're not really motify, but because we get to see where they come back up in 2.0 on, actually there is a lot of interesting stuff to talk about. Oh, this got reused too. Where did this get used? It's in Palace of the Dead and what? Like one of the Carbuncle Mount songs? Black Shroud 1.18 slash let me look it up. Emerald Labyrinth. Palace of the Dead, yeah, and I'm pretty sure it got used for one of the mounts. POTD. I guess honestly, as long as we've got POTD down, that's fine. So this was Black Shroud. It was just that was just the main one for 1.0. Holy Mary, Mother of Joseph! Just oh man, that's a little bit much. I'll admit though, Forest Pulse, this battle theme, that's a pretty good bop. I love the techno. Or not techno, but like the synth. I think I'm just gonna have to listen to the 1.0 track a whole bunch. Get more familiar with that. Okay, bathed in Woodson. Hell yeah! Dude, I don't know if it's just because I'm like, it feels similar but different, but like... Wait, that part right there, that's used in something else. That part is almost in the Heaven's Word. What is that? Asterisking that. Either way, that's fire. March of the Mughals. Okay. I'm okay never hearing that again. But next up is this is my favorite 1.0 song. I love this song. This is the theme of Ul'dah, the Twin Faces of Fate. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Sultana Dreaming, but this is, oh. Welcome back, Annamelli. I was watching the stream on your phone while I was doing some cleaning. Yeah, no worries. Good second monitor content. And I say watching a phone while cleaning is second monitor content. I remember it showing up at least two if you want to write that down. Oh, it shows up in a Bard quest, Alara? For the fan out thing. Bard quest. Asterisk that. I'm gonna note that. Yeah, Gridani 1.0 interesting. Yeah. So, Engel, just so you know, I have all the things that are labeled, everything that's labeled from the album track record, I actually am able to know where some of them are. Usually the specifics of where they're at. So, for instance, if it's a Black Shroud, generally or specifically. Yeah, everyone's saying, what the fuck is the Moogle stuff? Good thing Moogle Duding improved by 2.0. Hold on. When I get to Shadowbringers, heard the Lahi song, that was when I really started to care about the music in 14. It took that long? Hey, I mean, power to you. Also, Lahi was the first one? Like, not Wayward Daughter, or Heaven's Word, or Dragon Song, or Answers, or... I mean, hey! At least you care about it now. This is very chill. I know, but it's also got, like... I love it. Love Twin Faces of... Also, it's a good name, Twin Faces of Fate. And then it never came back up as far as I know. Twin Faces of Fate has never had any reuse. I hope they do someday, though. Alright, Twilight over Thanalan, which became effectively became Sultana Dreaming. Actually, is there any difference between Twilight over Thanalan and Sultana Dreaming? Oh, no, yeah, they are completely different. Okay, so no, Twilight over Thanalan is wildly different. I don't know why I was thinking it's the same thing. Okay. And that definitely gets used a lot in 2.0. Oh, interesting. So that was the... Okay. Twilight over Thanalan was the... Lenos... Or... Thanalan 1.18. So does that mean... Was this the nighttime theme for Thanalan? That would make sense why there's two themes for each. So like if Freedom and Unwindy Meadows were, I don't know. I'll have to look into that sometime. And then Widdershins was the other one. Okay, Widdershins. Widdershins also got reused. I'm trying to remember where though. Twilight over. Man, now what I want to do after this project, I want to get together with some of you guys and just find a place where, make a database where every place in the game that a song plays. Okay, Twilight over Hydaelyn plays in the beginning, opening 2.0. Or what did I put for up here? Enter. Oh, so it should be Enter Ulda 2.0. Oh my god, guys, the 2.0 stuff, the 1.0 stuff is gonna take forever. I know it's used Otherworld. Okay, and then Widdershins. No, according to this, it's not been reused. This was the Widdershins was the safe areas? Okay. Thank you, Angles. And then, actually, so you were saying that earlier. So, what you said with, was Whisper of the Land the safe places then for Black Shroud? So Black Shroud, safe area. And then on Windy Meadows. Oh, interesting. It doesn't look like I don't see necessarily. Was it Freedom or on Windy Meadows? Probably not on Windy Meadows. Yeah, Tracy, it's all 1.0, so I don't think I think this actually didn't get reused. I must have just I've listened to a lot of 1.0 music in the past, which is probably why I was thinking it. Okay, Quicksand. Battle theme for this definitely got reused. I'm assuming for Blue again, I think. Or it might have been a duty. Or wait, is it Hildebrand? No! This was what you were mentioning, Zep. This is Some All Hard. That's what we were talking about. Right, we talked about this. I could have sworn it sounds like... This is the thing that keeps happening with the Uematsu music. It sounds like something else, but then... It sounds kind of like 10, honestly. Which makes sense, I guess, chronologically when they were working on... You know, it would have been a while after. Okay. Desert Moon Deified. Oh, dude, this slaps. When I went battle thing, I think it was for Gilded Dandelion. It's been too long. Yep, you're correct, Ingles. It is. That is correct. Gives my FF7 vibes. I mean, makes sense. Definitely a dungeon, but I can't remember which. Yeah, Some Old Hard. Yep. No, you are correct, Ingle. I have notes for it. You are correct on that. I appreciate the interjection at the very. That list sounded like it had Twilight over Thanlin in it. That would make sense if the Thanlin, like, if the guild lead had, like, the main theme in it, too. Definitely go back to check over that. And if it does in that, in Desert Moon, I bet you it does in the others, so, because usually there's a consistency in that trend. Okay, Unspoken. Oh, we all know this. Oh, this was the Kurthan theme? Originally, this was called the Serenity of Kurthus, but then it was changed to Unspoken in... Man, this is used all over this place, and... Where hasn't this been used? Quicksand holds a special place in my heart. It's a pretty good song, yeah. Why does my volume keep dropping down periodically? Give me a second. I'm just gonna put for now all over 2.0 onwards. That's gonna be our placeholder because it pops up a bunch. Penins Aloft. Kurthus battle theme. I mean, it still uses the Kurthus battle theme, right? Where else is this used? It's used somewhere else. There's a mount I've ridden that uses it. Fenrir. It's the Fenrir mount, the music for when you fight him in Snowcloak. Okay. And Starlight and Sellswords. It's used in duties now. Instant battles too. Okay. Okay, my brain's just bailing out on me now. Instant battles. Oh, I just realized I ordered food. It may have arrived. I'll be right back. I cannot tell if I'm going crazy. I swear a bunch of these songs have like parts of things. Yeah, Zep, are you hearing this too? I feel like there's something. I can't tell if like what happened is that like Soken just listened to a lot of 1.0 or something and tried to vibe with it. Bum bum. It almost sounds a little bit like, yeah, I don't know. It is from, yeah, so Faction Leagues. Boom, 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 boom. Bum, 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 bum. Revisit. Okay. Then Tears from Ordona. Boom, boom. Yeah, I know this one. I can't tell if this actually did get reused in 2.0 or if I just used it for videos too many times. Oh, Palace of the Dead is where it got used also in 2.0. And then Phantoms of the Lake, which is the battle theme. I think it's still the battle theme. Actually, I think this has been used in, like... Did this get used in Heaven's Word? Or maybe it got used in Keeper of the Lake. No, this got used in Siren Song. This got used in Siren Song. Yep, yes, okay. Yeah, you guys are agreeing with me. I was like, I only remember that because we were doing Blue Mage recently, Alara. Still battle theme for some Heavensward dungeons. Okay. This is in Heavensward. Okay, so our bosses themes now in dungeons. Okay. Okay, okay. It's funny. It sounds like it's gonna go like. Oh, okay. Well, that's definitely still existent. Wait, this was just the general. So anytime you were in a market ward, this was the theme. That's wild. I mean, this has been played. This gets used in a lot of places throughout the MSQ. I mean, I would just. It gets used in Hildebrand. It gets used in. I'm just gonna put various cutscenes. Fashion Report. Yeah, it's used in Fashion Report, Hildebrand. It's used in a lot. You'd spend hours looking for items in the markets, Ingalls. Thankful for what we have now. Slight increase, slight quality of life increase. Forgive me, I am very hungry. Okay. Behind closed doors. Oh, everyone here knows this theme, right? In theme. And then in 2.0, room theme. In room theme. I love this one. It's a great theme. As somebody who spent a lot of time in the rooms because of filming cutscenes, I have this permanently in my mind. Okay. Horizons Calling. Oh, interesting. Fairy theme. I mean, this is kind of like just used as an adventuring theme in 2.0 onwards. Also, wait, there's a dungeon that has this. Does anyone know which dungeon it is? Hullbreaker? It's used in fishing too. Hullbreaker? Yeah, okay, yeah. Okay. You guys are saying the same thing. Hullbreaker. Fishing. Another fishing theme. Yeah, the track is why I collect orchestrations. Yep. Oh, wait, that track is why you collect them? Is it because you don't like the end theme? Even when having 200 rolls, I start still sometimes listening to it exclusively. Yeah, it's a good theme. You know it's a good theme when you're spoiled for other choices and you still go back to the original. My favorite flying theme is, what is it called? The version, the not MIDI, but MIDI theme. Oh, my notes got changed up because I took Laffy's fixes. There it is. Borderless. I love Borderless is probably my favorite flying theme, bar none. No quarter. Says it playing during Behest, but I have no idea what that was. If anyone who would play 1.0 could explain what the heck Behest was. And we can also get that in Eureka. I bet you, I'm surprised that we didn't play this and Jade didn't appear out of nowhere. Notorious Mob. Oh, apparently it's in other places in A Realm Reborn. Various quests. Apparently it's in some quests in Redania as well. Oh, no, that's just the name of the quest. Okay. I was about to say, wait, what? Eureka Net, yep. Yep. After spending hours in the in-room working on Glam, there's only so much of the regular in-tune I can take at a time. Yeah, Misigo, I think I'm one of the few people in the world who definitely can relate to that experience. Okay. Boss fates. Like overworld boss fates? Like non-notorious monster? Notorious mobs? Or do you just mean boss fates in terms of Eureka? Beneath Bloodied Bandards. This is just the battle theme. This gets used in 2.0. Where does it get used? Oh, it's Hydaelyn. Hard. It's Hydaelyn. Hydaelyn. Hard. I bet you it's used other places too. Air boss fates. Okay. Boss fates. Well, on the bright side, Zep, you'll be able to go back through this in case there's any other things I missed. Is the Hydaelyn hard final boss? Yeah, we got it. Every hour you get a quest to kill a bunch of mobs, you'd sign up with a party as the mobs were stronger. Oh, interesting angles. Oh, Kraken, you're right for Hullbreaker Hard. I think you're right. This is used for Hullbreaker Hard. Ah, I can't find any proof of it at this moment. If anybody wants to check that, go for it. Don't forget that you can also welcome to leave comments in the future. With these hands. Plays during synthesis. What was synthesis like? Just crafting, or I assume not. Synthesis is a major gameplay mechanic in the original Final Fantasy XIV, which is heavily tied to the armory system. While the base of it is similar to the Final Fantasy XI's counterpart, requiring materials and crystals to create new items, it also had some differences. So it was the crafting theme? Huh. I'm gonna bet he showed up in one of the crafting job quests, right? There's no way it didn't. No, I'm not seeing it used anywhere. That's wild. You think they would have made it for like the Charlian, like a Charlian quest or something? Also, the idea that this is a crafting music is wild to me. You don't recall? Yeah. Hullbreaker Heart isn't Kraken. The final boss of it is Mistbeard. But is that the music for Hullbreaker Hard, or is that the music for Kraken? Because we're talking about Halatali Hard, I think it is. I may have said Hullbreaker when I was talking about Halatali. By design. Oh, we all know this theme. Oh, interesting. This was the... Oh, no, sorry. Sorry, I messed up. With these hands... Yeah, by design... This is the... Okay, so with these hands, that's why I was confused. Because with these hands doesn't have any notes on it for where it plays. That's why it never showed back up. I mean, this is used in a bunch of places, especially crafting quests. I mean, honestly, I'm just gonna put various because there's so many places this plays. Various quests. I wonder if you could scrape the data from the game for 2.0 to see every place where a song plays. Or like is flagged to play. That'd be useful. Sasha Hard, Kraken Boss, methinks. Interesting. Now it makes sense that this is the Kraken. So yeah, this makes a lot more sense. Definitely makes much more sense. And then we have Nature's Bounty, which also has no notes. Oh, hey, but we all know this. Honestly, this is also just like, this is 1.0 unknown. Various quests. Honestly, I'm just gonna put that for now, unless anyone knows. Does it actually only play during crafting quests or anything? I don't think so. No. Also, this is very Final Fantasy X. Honestly, this feels like a Final Fantasy X song that got cut. Nothing interesting there. When a tree falls, this is the gathering. Guild leaves. This didn't get used. No one's heard this before. It has heard this in 2.0, right? It has the same the ba 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 ba. That is a repeating motif. Okay. I'm gonna keep note of that because that has been repeating in a bunch of these songs. I don't even know what to call it because it's not like there's an underlying song that's being rooted in. Oh, hey! I know this song. It was for a minigame. Interesting. We get this for, what, Little Ladies Day? Wait, isn't this just Little Ladies Day theme? Give me a second. Yeah, this definitely gets used for Little Ladies Day. If Ray Ray's here, I'm sure she'll confirm that with me. Sylphs too? Oh, does it get used with the Sylphs? Sylphs in certain cutscene. Okay. Sylphs. This got used for Little Ladies Day, right? This musical theme? And fishing. This is the Gathering Guild leaves as 2.0. Wait. When a tree falls is used in 2.0? Yeah, it still is, you're right. Okay. Although the last time I think that would have been used, right, would have been 2.0 and 3.0. Well, honestly, I'll just say Guild Leaves. Okay, crowning achievements. That was it. I don't think that's been used anywhere. Oh yeah, it was the quest completion theme for 1.0. Hey, where the heart is. I know that got used. MSQ. Is it ever used outside of MSQ in 3.0? Yes, it is. I think it's used for some...
And welcome back to...
Oh my god. Whoop. No, sorry, that's the quest. Honestly, it's just used in various quests. Because it's used in non-MSQ quests. Yeah, maybe job cuts quest. It's used. I know it's used in job quests. I know it's used in like, yeah. Okay. Holy Consult. Conjurer theme. The Conjurer quest had its own musical theme. This certainly is an interesting choice. Wait, this plays somewhere else. Was this Hullbreaker hard? Am I right or am I wrong? General cutscenes, really, yeah, angles. Also POTD? Okay. Okay, POTD makes a lot of sense. Hullbreaker Hard, I mean, like, it's the right tone, it's the right vibe, but going from Conjurer quest theme to Hullbreaker is a bit of a change up. Okay, Ethereal Slumber. This is the game. Wow, this is the 1.0 credits. I don't think we ever get this in anything in... But I love it. This is some vibe. Dude, this could be made lo-fi so easy. Check this in with some reverb. Hell yeah, okay. The Echo. I mean, this continues to be the Echo Vision. Super nice theme. 1.0 credits theme. Yep. We got another dungeon theme. It's interesting that how many of those dungeons though were hard mode, right? So those were mostly during patch content and Heaven's Word on. So it seems like they were like, okay, we got 2.0 stable. We're gonna reuse that shit now. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, ooh. This definitely got reused. A lot of 1.0 music got used for like general quest music. Tension quest music. Tension quest music. They're still using that one to this day. And they're using this one too. Daring Dances. Various quests. It literally, even in 1.0, was described as used for various quests. It's kind of just like a general spot holding music. Like when you're talking to people like Hancock or like, you know, waiting for Manderville over the Gold Saucer or shit like that. It has this thing, the bum bum bum. Bum bum. I feel like there's an underlying melody that's being used on repeat. Or not melody, but like, I don't have the right words. Bum. Oh, you know what that part of it sounds like? So. Bum, 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 bum. Part of it sounds kind of like some Stormblood stuff. That's part of what I'm hearing. Like I think Science theme. Or is it... Yeah, it sounds a little bit like Science theme. That's what I'm getting a little bit of. Yep. I actually got nervous the minute I heard Tension's quest music. Yeah. Where like getting visions of someone's memory and also hear Six mysterious melody. I mean, it's appropriate. I mean, yeah, lady, it's a little bit like a like you don't want to hear Fever Dream. All right, Sacred Bonds. This also got used for various quests still. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna, unless there's, nope. 1.0 describes it as using it for various quests. This is also, you don't want to hear this music either. Sorrow, various quests. I mean, it's not just sorrow, it's multiple emotions, but... Peace of mind. This one I don't know. Okay, this was used for various quests. MSQ song. I don't think this was ever used. Oh, it's saying that some... Wait. Hello. No, that's the Nath theme. Are there two songs named Peace of Mind? Oh, interesting. There are two songs named Peace of Mind. But they're different. It doesn't sound like this is... The Nath song doesn't sound like it's in any way like a sped up version of it or anything. Multiple cutscenes. Yeah, I remember it, but I don't recall where. Wouldn't surprise me, yeah. Okay, inner recesses. Oh! I mean, I'm not surprised it's 1.0, but interesting. Rising, tension, various quests. And that is true for both of them. In case I haven't explained, the reason I'm doing the split is left side is 1.0, right side. This isn't in the F14 version. That was fascinating. Because, like, the original 2.0, it just loops this. It only loops the 30 seconds. It does not... Interesting. That's very interesting. That was weird to hear a song you know and then all of a sudden have a thing. Yeah, Peace of Mind works too well for Nath theme as a pun. Yeah, right. They couldn't even help themselves, Alara. There are two so goddamn called Heartless. Oh yeah, okay. Makes sense. It's an extended version in 1.0. Yeah, that's that. I understand because that part comes in with too much energy. If you wanted to have it just to be a background tension piece, why you would cut off the part after the first 30 seconds. From the Hearts. Sabo Tender Quest song. I mean, this is my canon. Like, anytime I want to, like, romance a cactar, this is the music I play. Ugh. Yeah, trying to slow dance with a piggy bank ain't exactly easy. I don't think that pops back up anywhere. So, this is the part where I explain why it's really, really important to pay attention closely and read carefully. because the quest is not called Little Sabotenders, it's called Little Saboteurs. So the entirety of the joke bit I just did makes no goddamn sense. That said, and I'm also a little disappointed because there's not a Cactar theme that's not rockin' as hell while also a fucking love ballad. My love for Cactars is from the heart, though, so. No, there's... 14 steps? Does this... No, this didn't have to do with the temple. No, because that wouldn't make any sense. There's no notes on what it's for, so... Angles, where are we? Do you have any idea where it's from? Okay, Fragments of Forever. Oh, we know this one. Future data theme, please, Queenix. I've heard it. Yeah, they're adorable. I wish I could find a Carbuncle piggy bank. Dude, a Carbuncle piggy bank. Lady, if you find me a really good 3D model of a Carbuncle piggy bank, of a Carbuncle, I can pass you an STL to get it 3D printed. Yeah, no worries, Engel. No worries. Just taking advantage of every resource I got. Tranquility, yeah, we definitely know this. Yep. Play during opening cutscene for Gridania. Opening Gridania. And actually, Path of the 12. Oh, and I believe that would mean talking to Louis Soir, right? Here, let me pull up my 1.0 footage. Oh, damn. There's always something about this that felt very Kingdom Heartsy to me. Okie dokie doke. Neverborn. Also very... Man, we're getting a lot of various quests here. Various quests. Dude, that like, the, like, screeching in that, or the, like... I think they removed that in the 2.0 version. Ever-binding oath. Wait, didn't this... Wait, what's this in 1.0? It doesn't say what it is in 1.0, but isn't this the music that they use for the weddings? In 2.0? Yeah, this is the wedding theme. Heaven's Turn. Theme. Bum, bum, bum. I mean, it's also probably just still used for Heaven's Turn, right? Although, honestly, I don't remember hearing this for Heaven's Turn. In 20... Yeah, okay, yeah. It has been used a couple years. Could you get a 3D model if you wanted? Yeah, if you give me a 3D model of Carberry, I can cut up that STL to make it so that it can be a piggy bank. You can? I wouldn't even know where to start. Yeah, I used to do work in cosplay, so I'm really good at well, not really good. I'm decent enough at making 3D models and also fine-tuning and messing with old in-game ones to like make stuff too. Basically, all you have to do is just make sure that the interior is hollow. I mean, usually the models are hollow anyway, so you more just want to like make sure when you print it, you give it some depth. Then you just cut out a hole in the bottom, cut a slot in the top, and boom, you're good to go. Been looking how to do such stuff with 14. Got some models in Blender already. Nice, Zep. I actually may contact you. I haven't looked into it for 14 very much, but there's actually Zep, are you in the Discord? If you are, could I think, I'm trying to remember if you are. I'm pretty sure you are, because that's how you got the thing, right? Either way, there's a model actually I could really use if you could pass it along to me. This track uses earliest 1.0 and latest Endwalker hits right every single time. Yeah, Infinite. Andar, good to see, glad to have you. I remember going to my first wedding game. It was so cute. Aw, that's adorable. Maybe better use Carbuncle's slipper model, more space for coins. Well, you can scale up. You can scale up the Carby model to as big as small as you want. You could have a Carby piggy bank that's this big if you want. You just have to have a print bed that can fit it. Like here. Let me... Do I have any of my stuff? I don't. But I mean, like, I've 3D printed and made all sorts of stuff that is like a huge... I made it a 6-foot bow from Fire Emblem before. Or it wasn't 6 foot. I think it was like 4 feet. Okay, Moonfire's Moonfire. Yeah. And it still uses the Moonfire theme. And I'm so used to hearing this music and seeing Ray Ray in a swimsuit. That sounded less weird in my head. All Saints Wake. There's the thing again. Huh, interesting. Starlight, for anyone who doesn't know it. Oh, this is the Garlean theme. I like Garlean, but the... Here, we'll get to it later. This one in specific I don't think is used, but it's like... Ba, 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 ba. Ba, ba. It's used with Garleans, isn't it? It's not like, it's obviously not the literal Garlean theme. It's not. Ooh, it's also kind of poppy. That's some specific associations, Elio. Maybe just DM me on Discord. Sure. I'd be able to show you how to do it yourself. Yeah, no, Zep, if you could, I know how to do it with many other games, so I know the basics. I've used Blender, Maya, all that stuff. The problem has been figuring out what the best program to do, because the problem is that the limitations for 14. Well, not to go on it here. We can go over there. It's Pitfire. Okay, it is Pit. Okay, interesting. Okay, Pitfire. So was I thinking of Garlemald because it gets used in the Paglethon? Yep, you guys are right. And I know the Paglethon theme is a version of that. Okay, that's why I was thinking of it, because of the Paglethon theme. Look, I love the vibe of the 1.0 stuff so far, but just even turning on Paglethon theme has me going like... Oh, Soken's very good. And not that Uematsu didn't set a lot of the, groundwork or have a part in things that went, and as they went on, but like the rock elements that that Soken like added in. Oof. So I guess that's interesting. Well, okay. So actually, we need to go back. We need to go, Pagel. We need to go to Pitfire. And we need to note that. Oh, interesting. Paglethon. Let's conflagration. We'll say /Pitfire. Pitfire. That's when we get into ARR though. Yeah, so ARR, we're gonna start seeing remixes of that. Okay, so try to remember. We'll try to remember that. Wait, that was it? See, that also makes me think of Ray Ray because of Ray Ray's archived efforts. Okay, this one got used in POTD. FF1, Victory Fanfare. Okay, what was this for in 1.0 specifically? Enraptured was... It doesn't say. Angles, you got anything? POTD. Other than POTD, did it get used anywhere else? I don't think so. I recall that actually that they didn't. I recall that actually they didn't trust Yoshi either. Oh, I see. You're fighting Malja, yeah. This is a Malja remix. Yeah. I meant less that because there's a little bit in the Paglethon theme where they have a little bit of Garlean stuff. Story quest, just because I think because of their assault, where they have some of the instrumentation or something like that. Welcome back, lady. I know how this list is like seasonal event theme, seasonal event theme, seasonal event theme, Pitfire remix, seasonal event theme. Yeah, right, Andor. Amalja have such awesome theme. Yeah, people don't trust Soken at first, wondering how he can replace Uematsu, and then they heard Fallen Angel. I think the thing is that that's always what happens, right? Is you either come from nowhere, or if the only way to pass that baton off and is like if someone likes something and someone's taking over, you're not gonna necessarily trust them until they do something where you're like, oh no, fuck yeah. Like I grew up on 10 Uematsu, and I grew up on like a lot of Final Fantasy music. I love Uematsu, but like Soken, it didn't replace him, but it part of the benefit, right, is that Soken feels like a meaningful passing of the baton, and that there's a lot of ways in which Soken's like. There's clear lessons Soken took from Uematsu in vibe and spirit, but also is very different, in his own thing. There's 4 different Emulsion themes. This 1.0 gem, the area theme, the tribal theme, and finally the dungeon theme. Yeah. I recall they actually didn't trust Yoshi P either. Yeah. Well, that's mostly because they thought this whole thing was probably going to be a lost cause, but this was in the Shroud. Yeah, I'm sure it was the Shroud, but I wonder where. This has been reused. Yes, this is in Palace of the Dead. This is, I know this for a fact, this is in Palace of the Dead. Ooh, hey, speaking of, we're going back to, well, not speaking of, but speaking of the Vamolja, this was the theme for Zaharak, which is part of the Amulja, like homeland outside of Pagathon. It's on the western edge of Pagathon. You can go in there in southern Lenosia, or southern Tonal. I don't know. I feel like a version of this got used. A version of this got used somewhere. Oh! It got used for the Sahagin. That's wild. It's now the Sahagin battle theme. It went from fucking the Emulsion to the Sahagin battle theme. That's fascinating. Now used for Sahagin. Yeah, Uematsu's musical DNA is still here, and it's awesome. Yeah. Look at that. We're 90 minutes in, and we're over halfway done. Oh, I know this. It's the Chocobo theme. My brain went paused for it. I almost put in FF1. I'm like, Chocobos weren't in Final Fantasy 1. So yeah, FF2 is the first time it showed up. Through the game just fine. And then was that the Porter? Yeah, this was just a general Chocobo theme. Okay. Fury. Is this Allegan? Because this is dope. Oh no, this is Behest. Okay, this was the system angles we're talking about. I like this. Oh, this guy using Brayflock's Longstop. Okay, that makes sense. I'm noticing a pattern about a lot of the 1.0 stuff being used in hard mode dungeons. Which would decrease development time for. That makes sense. I will take that as the gobble thing. I mean, it's correct as a gobble thing. You know? Very industrious little motherfuckers. Turns out the Allegans were gobblers all along. Chocobo, horsebirds. I swear Chocobo theme is apparently inscribed somewhere deep in my brain and triggers it every time I hear it. Yep. This is using 1.0 Quest boss battle too. Okay, yep. Brayflocks. This has been reused for some battles. I believe it might be Notorious Monster Fates or something. Yeah. Technically it makes this a Gobby theme. Yeah, you're not wrong, Infinite. What was the boss for Brayflocks? It's the giant tank. It's the Gobby Walker tank thing that like goes around and drops bombs. And the intro for the fight is hysterical, and the outro for it is also hysterical. Double note sounds. Okay, 7th gates. Skirmish theme. Oh, it's from 10. It's originally. Skirmishes were originally from 11. Okay, wait. Okay, so they were in 14. On the island of Lox Alai on Turtleback in Lenosia. Dude, I'd never even heard about this in 1.0. Oh, that's... The Burgite Consortium generously began sourcing Giant Skull weapons from Brazil Han. Oh, that's where the 1.0 Giant Skull weapons came from. Man, I know 1.0 is terrible, but I really wish I could revisit it just for, like, to experience it. I know it's not worth the time and the effort on the dev side. And, like, private servers just don't work because they don't have the quests and a lot of the interactions and stuff. That's really cool, though. 7th gate. Oh yeah, the tank. Now I remember. Yeah, I was way later. So, what was added later, Angles? All together now. Nightmare. Yeah. MSQ replay episode 0, Elio leveling Archer 1.0. Infinite, if I could, I've been thinking about that for a long time. Like, definitely, if the Dalamud project gets along further, definitely. It was not, okay. 7th gate. Or, sorry, victory fanfare. I'm not even gonna bother explaining what that is because... Oh, hey, Eorzean theme. What was the Eorzean? Was it... Yeah, Eorzean theme also. I mean, of course it is. It's called Without Shadow. Actually... Echoes in the Dark. Where does Echoes in the Dark play? Does anyone know where the song Echoes in the Dark plays in the MSQ? Can someone find that for me? I want to, because I don't have it noted. It is this song. Because I know where it plays in 5.3, but I'm wondering if it plays anywhere else. In case not. Oh, I see. I had it as the Eorzean Rift. Out. Shadow. Okay, cool. Oh, hey, Canticle. So it's interesting. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Canticle ended up becoming the Twins theme. Various quests, because like it usually gets referred to as their theme. Various quests. Alfino and... Well, here I'm just gonna put down Twins theme. Wrath of the Icons. I think this is the song that gets used for Ifrit, right? No. This is the one that they ended up using for, yeah. Primal Judgment is what got used for Ifrit, not Wrath of the Icons. Wrath of the Icons ended up being used for the Diablos, right? Okay, Wrath of the Icons, Ifrit, Arrival theme, versus... I mean, is it really mainly just used for Diablos? I'm gonna just say that for now. I'm sure you guys have something to say. I'm gonna put that down, and then I'm gonna check you guys. The void. I mean, yeah, void theme. I think actually would probably be more accurate. Weird that it has that. Speaking of excuse, my poor memory, did they use their half and half book in complete form in the MSQ? Yes, in the, well, no. Yes and no. No, it was not officially the MSQ. Yes, it was the MSQ because it was Binding Coils, and Binding Coils, as far as I'm concerned, is effectively MSQ. Yeah, it was intended forever. They used reason. Yes, I remember them using for armament. We talked about that. More what I was curious about is there's a part of in it that, well, yeah. Sorry, y'all reminded me of one of my Praetorium jokes. The old La Bread, Lord of Toast. Dark Toast. Yeah. No worries, Andar. Without shadow isn't because we all would be without shadow. Yeah, well, Ascian also means one without shadow, so yeah. Oh, the island continent that has this song. Which song going back? I'm assuming not without shadow. I'm assuming that the Island Sanctuary is not that one. I'm gonna put the Void theme. I'm gonna put Void theme for now. Though it is really more Diablos in specific. Because it's not like we get it a lot in Point X. Okay. Final Respite. Well, this one I don't know. Does not say for... I don't know what it is, but I like it. Thank you, Elio. Now I imagine without shadow using the island content. The last thing I need on my island is machinations. Oh, I don't know what... I really like this. Also, it sounds familiar. I'm gonna add an asterisk, because I could... Oh! Wait. What? Bum, 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 bum. Okay. We get this in a lot of... I know you get this in... Is this just like most... Okay, this... Oh, it just says this is just a hard... various hard dungeon. Okay. Hard dungeon battle theme. I feel like I can hear... Bum, 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 bum. I'm gonna come back through the 1.0 stuff at some point because... You can hear musical repetition. There are musical repetitions in here, but I'm not catching all of them because I don't know the music as well. But I'm glad we're listening to them now in case we can catch them going further on into the Realm Reborn. Okay, the Dark's Kiss. Oh, sorry, this is not the... and then this is the battle theme. I wonder if Soken did these. Is obviously just a version of the Dark's Embrace. Super chat. Most other also world shortness of the voice because the most temporal happily. Speaking of which, where was the boy? He was just down here a bit. Hard mode AR dungeons themes, remix of AR dungeon themes, you before AR dungeon themes. Ow, my brain. Where like, why are my mammoths in full production group today? It's an elegant conspiracy, I tell you. Battle version. These songs were added later in 1.0 life, so it's what I assumed. No, I'm not so sure Soken did them. Yeah, I'm interested. The more motif using there is, the more I wonder. Not that obviously Uematsu's above it. I mean, like 10 has a couple like major motifs that are used on repeat. So, but with how like non-thematic so far it feels like some of them have been in terms of like, oh hey, Nemesis. Various dungeon boss theme. Which is true. Is this pretty much all ARR dungeons? Like all ARR, like core ARR dungeon. Yeah, just dungeon. It's just called the dungeon boss theme for 2.0. Okay, yep. I'm gonna bother explaining that. Okay, victory fanfare. Maelstrom command. This definitely got reused. I mean, actually, it just really stayed that way. Actually, wait. Is this on Westerly Winds? Or not Westerly Winds? Definitely it's not on Windy Meadows. I can't tell I'm just familiar with it because of 2.0 or what. Okay, into the Adder's Den. Honestly, this theme I don't know very well, but that's only because the only grand company I've never been a part of is the Twin Adders. I know this one. This is still... Actually, is this... No, I don't think. I was gonna say, is this using Northern Tantalin at all? Lynn, because you glad to have you. Oh, yeah, it's literally Maelstrom Command and Limp, so you can walk there from the tea tree. Yeah, that's I know I know which one it was. What I was interested to see is if it was the same like melody or anything, because I'm trying to look for repetitions because we haven't been seeing many so far. Well, technically it's Nemesis. Well, that's going to replace Nemesis is no worries like. Oh yeah, no worries. None hard general. It's weird that even the Nemesis plays exclusively for weakest boss in the game. It still sounds menacing to me. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's what you want, though. You want the music to emphasize that menace, right? Is there actually anyone that chose a different Grand Company than the one in their starting city? Yeah. It used to be that swapping that you're... So one, if you do a lot of PvP, you want to swap so you can get all the mounts. But also it used to be that only the Grand Company... Oh, what was it? The Grand Company you were a part of is the team color you would always be on in PvP. So if you were a part of the Maelstroms, you'd always be on the red team. And on some servers, like the Maelstroms would always win, or stuff like that. And so now you just go in and you're randomly assigned a team. But okay, honor and duty. Just the fanfare. Actually, it probably still is. Eorzean Chocobo. Chocobo theme. And I know for a fact it still is. FF2. Oh, interesting. Eorzean Chocobo and Honor and Duty were both. Oh, hey, Ripples in the Sea. I know this is still 2.0. It's Merlib's theme. Still is. This is Rabon's theme, right? Chocobo theme. Woo! Is it possible to win Crystalline Conflict? Yes. It's a CC win fanfare? Okay, awesome. I'll add that. CC victory theme. The CC leaders themes, yeah. Yeah, just play Machinist and snipe everybody. Or just play Frontlines and play Scholar and just bio everyone to death, as Umino has taught me. Bum, 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 bum. It's interesting. Okay, so this is Connie Senna's theme, but it's funny because I think of it less as Connie Senna's theme as more as just the Lotus Stands theme. Does it play anywhere outside of the Lotus Stand? Hey, next is one of my favorite songs in the game. This is one of my favorite songs in the whole game. We're gonna listen to it while I eat real quick. I'm pretty sure it's where it's named for some for the flowers, but sure, Infinite. Also, it technically was around before it broke. But you can't win CC in Frontlines, Elio. That's true. You can't win Crystalline Conflict in Frontlines. You are technically correct. The jokes are even worse than usual. I went out dancing. I'm still a Rex. No worries, Lynn. Much appreciated. Just don't mind me if I overly logical response. It's always been a thing. Ooh, there's an FF Tactics song in here. Was Airborne the, like, flying theme. Okay, birds of a feather. Hydaelyn. Hydaelyn, hard mode. Yep. Which is sticking with the theme. So always there's a theme. We always notice some kind of theme. There's always a theme of the use of songs that we learn, and one of the things we're noticing is that almost all of the hard modes added in 2.x, and in all the hard modes added in 3.x are many of them are 1.0 music. Actually, let me. Because Beneath a Bloodied Banner was the boss theme, not just Hydaelyn in general, which is an important distinction. Okay. This is good. I have no idea where this was used for. Well, Fusion Chocobo Escort Mission in 1.0, I have battle version 2. Oh, this is the battle version? Flee together. Angles, I'm so glad you're here. Chocobo Escort Battle. Back to that explains why it's also called Birds of a Feather. It's interesting because in a sense they're kind of the same, but they're not. They actually don't share this. Interesting. 1.0 does that a lot, where there's not a connective tissue. Interesting. There was a Chocobo escort missions. Yeah, Flee Together has been used. Yeah, it hasn't been reused, excuse me. Thanks, Angles. Yeah, you had to protect Chocobo from mobs. You started failing. Flee Together started playing. Fascinating. Rabanastre. Oh yeah, Rabanastre for the airborne airship. It's probably either Rabanastre or something like that. I'm gonna throw Rabanastre. I'll just add that as a note. It sounds familiar. Oh, Ungor Mines. That's why. Okay. That's why, yeah. And now I remember. Now it even sounds the same. More mines. Quick as silver, hard as stone. Is it the same version that's still used for? Yeah, it is. Okay. Flightless wings, that's going to be Ixal. And then this got used for Zephyl as well. God, it sounds like a lot like Final Fantasy X. Actually, Zep, didn't you have a note in here like that? Let's see if we can't find it. Oh, I have comments hidden right now. Right, never mind. I didn't want someone to accidentally like pop in and like start writing nasty shit or something on the side. Remember though, if you happen to like want to come back through these and help try to fix them or add to them, you can use the comment section. There's a link on the Discord. Ray, if you want to throw up a link to the Discord, I'd appreciate it. God, I love this theme. It's a good theme. Okay, back to Pitfire. Emulsion theme. Now, technically, because this is early on, it's like that ba 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 kind of almost. It keeps sounding Garlean to me, but it's not. It's the emulsion. I think it's probably because of Ifrit and maybe because Nero's around after the fight. I don't know. Emulsion theme. And then what was it? Conflagration. Right? I hate my brain. My brain tries to phoneticize everything, and so I have a really hard time spelling. Like, my brain wants to use, like, it's always been a struggle. Okay, I promise the plunder. And if I get too caught up on trying to spell things correctly, I end up not writing anything, so I just kind of, you know, write it all out and then edit later. Promise of plunder, Shopshay, and Mutui sellers. Oh, interesting. Okay, so this was Lenosia and, wow, I mean, not really Lenosia, really. Muntui, which is the place in Gridania. The cellars is where they keep their stuff that they used to make that drink with. I'm just gonna put the name in. And this is in this is Sasha's, right? Like the fighting theme for Sasha? Is it anywhere else other than the fighting theme for Sasha? Yeah, I'm into it. Yep, Sasha wasn't. Yeah, Sasha's main. If you enjoyed the stream and aren't a member of Discord, why not come join us at discord.gg/shares and archives? Yeah. If you like playing 14, talking about 14, doing 14 stuff, it's a great way to meet up with people. Sasha battle. You know, this also kind of makes sense why ARR's music also has less emphatic theming in a way that like Heavensward Onwards does, because it's inheriting the music of the past that isn't as focused on that, and also doesn't have a primary theme other than, I guess, technically answers, which isn't really 2.0's theme, but not only for Sasha, someone who got AR Dungeons and Roulette today for some reason, it's using everyone like Copperbell. Oh, it's the battle theme. Okay, so it's dungeon battle theme 2.0. Okay. Now on to Meteor. Oh, this did stick around. Nell Van Darnus intro scene. I mean, honestly, it's been used in a lot. I mean, it's been used in a lot. I'm gonna say various. I mean, Legati, because it's used with like Xenos, it's used with Gaius, it's used with Nail. Gaty. Tension. Remember Nail? Bad, because she will never be a memory. Low level dungeons now. Not only Sastasha. Oh, yeah, okay. I'm just gonna go with that for now. Phase 1 Muggle Mog. I always forget that he was in 1.0. Oh, and that's why it's called Seven Jesters, because of the moogles. Come and meet a trusty crew. Stuff from trouble your fluff. Yeah. Good King Muggle, good King Muggle in drama. Writer's Boon. Oh, that was the Goobu theme? Oh, that's where it came from? Man, my only regret for not having played 1.0 is not having that Goobu mount. It's the only reason. It's the only regret. It's also one of my favorite music themes. Or like one of my favorite like mount. Oh, that makes me sad. I know that's used for other mounts too. I don't know which ones. Do I have a list here that will say? Nope. No. Okay, I'm just gonna put various. It wasn't really a translation error. They just. Oh wait, it's weird because Nail was intended to be a woman from the very beginning, but due to horrible translation errors in 1.0, Nail used. It wasn't horrible translation errors. It was more they didn't specify. Yeah, they just never specified. Yeah, Ray got it. Nail you used he, and they let her explain it. Nail you little thing. I mean, honestly, it's not a terrible. Look, Japanese you can get away with not using pronouns very, very easily, and then in English it's very difficult sometimes. Sometimes it's very easy. But the there was the element that Nail was pretending to be a guy in Japanese too, so that was present. But then the thing is that the way that they reconciled it in English doesn't really make sense even if you played 1.0. It seems odd and off-putting either way. But the easy thing is, but because the only character, the Coils doesn't give you a definitive answer, you just have characters who speculate on it anyways. So basically it's just been going with it. Early mount theme like Unicorn, yeah. Oh, thanks for me. Yeah, no, and you're not wrong, Infinite. I would just say it's not, it was less of a localization. I mean, it was an error, but it's the kind that is very easy to slip through, even if you have everyone doing everything correctly. It doesn't work with their appearance in Worldlit either. Yeah. And her appearance in Worldlit, you couldn't be like, oh, well, it's based off the battle data from Coils when she was a dragon, thing like that, except for the Legati data wouldn't be from that. It would only be from when she was fighting above Cart now. It couldn't have been transmitted from Coils itself, because she's effectively an apparition at that point. So, yeah, it's the fact that they, like, tried to, like, say, oh, it was the spirit of Nail misremembering themselves through Alphino is an unnecessary and weird way of trying to cover up for it, because it, like, if no one had said anything, it wouldn't have been that strange. Or if someone had just been like, if Alphino had just been like, oh, Nailhead must have been hiding her identity all along, was actually this character. But if you go into 1.0, so for instance, Encyclopedia Eorzean Volume 1 would disagree with Alphino's assumption, because Volume 1 has a section on Nail Van Darkness and explains her backstory. So, if we go to... The eldest daughter of House Darnus, Eula was heir to the secrets of her family, the secrets of the fallen Allegan Empire. She dreamt of becoming a Eorzean as befitted a Garlean lady of her breeding, and following her beloved elder brother Nail into the army. This dream died when he returned home, mortally wounded, on what Nail claimed to be an ill-conceived mission ordered by their father. Her mighty efforts were not enough to save him. Mad with grief, she assassinated her father, making it appear as though he perished of some disease. She became legatus in his stead, all the while posing as her brother. The first thing Nail, quote-unquote, did was to execute her father's officers and guards, whereupon her transformation was complete. Thereafter, Nail was merciless, securing victory no matter the cost in blood. Her enemies came to fear her as the White Raven, thus garnering much fame for her fallen brother indeed. The Meteor Project, designed to lay waste to Eorzea, also appears to have been inspired by some twisted loyalty to the sons of House Darnus. However, all of her machinations eventually came to an end, and she was struck down at the age of 38. So that is her canonical story. Just have Nail was trans, head canon, and call it a day. Well, I mean, because there's specific canon, you can't do that. You know? Like, headcanon's all well and good, but if there's a specific answer, we can't ignore that. Okay, the Writer's Boon we did, and then we did Breaking Boundaries. Level 50 job quests. And it still plays for job quests. Honestly, is it mainly job? Does it play during other things? Yeah, it's still a job. Also, if you actually wait. If we go back though, it's the same music as Final Boss, Chocobo Porter, Things, Hawk, and Hatching Tide. Let's look at which one was it? No. No. There's a I could have sworn there's another song that uses the same thing as Breaking Boundaries. I'm not I don't think I'm wrong on this one. There's another song that uses it for sure. He's usually his Endwalker World Quest, so you're probably right. No, I'm just like, there's another song that's the same. Also, Alfie can be an idiot for someone so bright, yeah. This is more of a Mulan situation. Yeah, definitely. It makes sense Alfino wouldn't know the truth about Nell. Absolutely, lady. And this is an important thing, is like, whether you want to say that it's just like, oh, well, the failure retcon. Alfino has those lines in the Japanese version, too. Like, I want to point that out. I looked at the Japanese lines, and he says something to a similar extent. So they clearly, Alfino not knowing the truth is true even in the version of the game where the localization, where the confusion wasn't made. She was in that armor and coils, but I'm not sure they'll be collecting data by that point. Yes, also that armor at that point would be a physical manifestation of her image of herself, not actual armor, right? Because remember, the armor dissipated and turned into Aether and went into Dalamud. So this is effectively a projection of her soul and body. Okay, relics. I don't know what this... Actually, relics I think it might be the same thing. I think this might be the theme I was thinking of. Yeah, okay, it is the same thing. Yep. Yep, unknown was what I was thinking, or relics was what I was thinking of. Oh, wait, isn't this used during that scene? Oh, it is used during that scene. I'm gonna just say Death of a Smile. And then it is the same as Breaking Boundaries. Yep. Beat the Job Master theme. Yeah, okay, yeah. And then Job Sad Scenes. Job Sad and Death of a Smile. No matter the story, you can't deny they nailed her design. I like it in many cases breaking boundary heralds that you probably don't want to fight the person you're about to fight, and not all but many. Yeah, Infinite, I definitely see that. Yeah, Horse Font scene. It's also the music that plays during that, yeah. It also used some job quest scenes. You could say he finished his job. He did what was of utmost value, right? Like, there's no question the Horse Font stood for exactly what he wanted to stand for. Would not change the thing, right? We all gotta go sometime. Might as well be standing up for what we believe in more than anything else. And protecting the ones we care about, right? Okay, In the Arms of Althik. You've heard of In the Arms of the Angels, but have you heard of In the Arms of Althik? Oh, that's... Oh, I love that! It's... To sleep. Oh, I love that. Oh, I wish they used that as the going to sleep version that we had in currently. I'm gonna see if they ever reused that. Manderville. A Tug of Fate. What the hell was Hamlet defense? Angles, help us. What was Hamlet defense? Okay, this got reused in Wanderer's Palace hard mode. Okay, that's... Oh, and then also in Epic Fates. Epic Fates and... Crafter would prep a camp and the battle class would defend it from mobs. Huh. That's an interesting idea. This music will either delight or enrage you, and somehow there's no middle ground. Yeah! Seems like quite often that's true, Lynn. I recommend watching LFL sleep animations that are extremely levels of adorable. Aww. Andar, you said it's a bedtime theme, but is it still the bedtime theme? It's not currently. It's bum 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 bum. Right? Whereas Arms of the Althik is a victory fanfare. I do love that, though. It's very good. To the 4 was used in Hamlet Defense Boss. And then it was used in Heaven's Word Mid-Dungeon. This isn't the same as the Tug of Fate, right? No, it's completely different. Imperial Will. Garlean theme. Garlean theme. Steel Reason. Oh, this is the cast from Nova. Okay. What was it? Nova? Is it Novum? Nova? What is it? Yeah, Novum. This is used at Cape Westwind, right? Where else is this used? Tell me, for whom do you fight? Mid-dungeon boss is indeed the bedtime theme. It's just only used when logging out. When logging out in currently in the game? Castrum Meridianum too. For phase 1? Before it switches over AC. Also good to see, glad to have you. How very glib. There's only one thing I don't like about houses not being able to. Oh no, Castrum, not Meridianum, Castrum, Cape Westwind, phase 1, in Nero and Prey, also Hydra Solo Trial. Okay. Yeah. I'm just gonna put Rita. Wow. Frick, I don't know the best way to put this. Specific Garlean fights. I'm just gonna put specific Garlean fights. Basically, Tribune theme. Well, but like, it's not the Tribunus theme because because it's still used for a Legati, right? It's Garlean big enemy, yeah, specific Garlean. Yeah, he's Legati of the 6th. Okay, now actually, you know what? I need to test this. I need to know. Let us... I'm gonna try logging out real quick in the, It still is in the game! That's great! You were totally right! Also, did anybody else see just how like, Elio just sexy posed there for a second? Okay. Okay, and then Imperium. This is a little too funky for it to be... Okay, it's for United Stand... Okay, no, this wasn't supposed to be okay. I don't think... Has this been used? Oh, yeah, it was using Azula Magi. Okay, yeah. Okay. Also, Elliot, what body glam do you use in your casual attire? Here, did I finish logging back in? The glam that I have on that is my usual attire is... pressing all the wrong buttons. It is a Pixie Cotton Apron of Crafting, a Steet Fingerless Glove of Crafting, a Steet's Trouser of Crafting, and a Steet Boots of Crafting. It's basically the 80 crafting equipment, except for the chest, which is the 74 gear. Blue mage fights. Yep. Log back in. Livia fight. Yeah, okay, so it is using Livia too, Alara. Okay, so it is basically just all... Yeah, okay. Log back in. Did Rattan lie when he said non-Garlean-born people like himself are unable to afford a station higher than SAS, or is that just special cases not applied to himself? I mean, no. Most aren't allowed to rise in the ranks. Yeah. Like with Noah von Gebranth. Noah's a very particular case. Him and his father. And you can also become a Garlean citizen. It's kind of like Rome, right? But in most cases, you can't rise amongst... You're not basically allowed to rise above your rank. Also, Elliot, awesome theme now we use for blue. Because I have the cutest going to bed animation. This is the carnival fight. This theme is too upbeat, different ambience. Yeah, well, it's not supposed to be for the Imperials, so... it's supposed to be for the attack on Novum. Rattan is an incredibly rare case because he's undealing of extremely meritocratic Gaius. He's an underling of the extremely meritocratic guard. Yeah. Blue mages are incredibly upbeat. Shame you missed the wake up animation. Yeah. Yeah, so I would say he's more... In general, people who will get above that rank within the Garlean army that are especially non-Hurian are incredibly rare. There are some when certain allowances are made for it to be a meritocratic situation, but in general, it's not a thing. Okay, Fallen Angel. Oh, such a great musical theme. Wait for it. I want to get to the drop. Okay. Okay. First nail encounter. This theme I don't think ever got used again. I don't remember hearing it. And we all know this one. This gets used plenty of times. Coils and ruby weapon. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. For answers, instead of just playing it, I'm just going to play the trailer. Sound good? Oh, interesting. The singing is a bit different in this compared to the version in Coils. Well, and Ruby Weapon. Okay. Now we're going to pull up answers. Okie dokie 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 dokie. I catch up with you guys real quick before we do that. Corvus Fortis, yeah. Also get a little lyrics from answers. Tempest is very, very underrated. I thought it was okay, but yeah, I'll read and listen to it. I'll take the time. Now, the Koji Fox version of Fallen Angels was also a great villain monologue. Yeah, this uses Meteor as a melody, I believe. Oh, actually, let's go back to that real quick. You said so. Let's pull back up Meteor real quick. I want to make sure we don't miss that. Meteor should be what, 88? Okay. Which one is it supposed to be? Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, okay, meteor. Yeah. Tempest is very. You gotta get. It's also not a ruby weapon. Yes, it is infinite. The interstitial. Here. It is the ruby. I'm not talking about the ultimate thing. That's the phase 2. So here, let's pull up someone else's. Here we go. See, it's a re-recording, but it's like a new rendition, but it's the same thing. Tempest. You gotta get the waves into the song. Oh, you have to get a waves into the song? Okay. Can you give me the timestamp, Zep, if you don't mind? Have a good one, Angles! Love to see you some other time. I loved when Fallen Angel hit during the 415 crossover fight, both versions, yeah. Is the Deus and Nail of Deus Darnus an existing Garlean title, or is that something Bahamut made up for her? As far as I know, that's made up. I don't think that's a Garlean title. Not off the top of my head. I know where to look. You can also find this in, what, Great Google, if you care to look for it. But... Come on. No. Honestly, you think that'd be reserved for, like... Legated... Zos ye wir van tol sas rem quo pure on nan mal lux cure gen il het go fe dus sen bas on. Yeah, no, there's nothing for it. There's Deus, but that's different than Deus. Yeah, it's on the nail decided to create themselves. Yeah, which makes sense. Can be an existing Garlean. We're not like Viator, but not in Garlean classification. Yeah, Viator though is also as very unique. Like that's not a designation that Garleans give in terms of like their social structure. That is, you are a traitor, right? You are a fleer, a coward, you know. Okay, so let's watch answers. So if you don't know, that's Dalamud, and it's binding coils breaking apart. And beneath it was the Battle of Cartno happening between the Garleans trying to invade Eorzean and us trying to keep them from doing that. So it was a double apocalypse, basically. In theory, I'm still supposed to have an interview with Susan Calloway, who's the singer for this, who's been struggling to get a day on the books with that bird. saved that as beard. Coil strikes the ground. And so this, if you've done PvP and you know that giant tombstone sticking out of the ground, that's where the fight is. After 5,000 years, I'm free. It's time to conquer Earth. Can you imagine bearing witness to this? Like the amount, how helpless you are and how helpless you feel. What a sight. Lady. So if you guys remember what happened with Shinryu, very similar. Wasn't enough. So if you pay really close attention, the spell he's casting is a spell of Ulthix, so he puts the Warrior of Light in stasis, effectively, rather than sending him forward through. Can you imagine the servers go offline and you see that? Man, what a hell of a time. Yeah, the ones in Gridania, Ul'dan, Limsa for my guess. Yeah, here we can go back real quick, check that out. It is so you can see the stone. So this is outside of the Conjurer's Guild. This is the bowl thing you can see at the bottom. That's the stone of Nafka that sits at the top of the tree. So this is the Conjurer's Guild. This is the Thaumaturge's Guild, where the statue of Nalthal is. The one with the cowrie shell, right here. And this is, in Limsa Liminsa, if you go to the far side of the upper deck, there's the statue, Limlane statue is there. So it's 3 of the places where 12 iconography are. Now we can have the other half of the cutscene with the big bird. Well, but the music, well, yes. Well, the big look answers. I mean, the Phoenix doesn't really show up in that. Flames of Truth. Yes, we can play that real quick. Oh yes, thank you, Ray Ray. Thank you for that, Louis Suarez Last Stand. Yeah, but would you have enough time to tell the full story, AC? Like, the problem is that if you compress the story of 14 too much, it loses its punch. the most DBZ this game ever got. So he breaks apart, and his aether's drawn into Bahamut's. And you can see this thing over in places like Mordona. The thing is that, look, I'm going to be honest. I like Advent Children and I like Kingscave. They're not very well done. They're not great stories. Like, the problem is that Square Enix's films historically don't tell their stories very well and either have to rely on your buy-in from prior existing material, which means that there's no mass appeal. Like, because you can't just, like, expect everyone to have played stuff, or there's a reason, and the returns aren't good. There's a bunch of good reasons why they have not been doing movies and been doing games instead. Spirits Within, I thought that was live. Nope, that's animated. I gotta admit, that cutscene was nuts. Yeah, it goes hard. No, so the thing is that Louis Suave dies. Like, Louis Suave becomes Phoenix, like, does the thing, becomes Phoenix. His aether's absorbed by Bahamut when it comes out. There would have been no time, effectively, for him to self-temper himself, because there was no point at which he was not either under someone else's control or dying by the time it happens. So would he have eventually? Yes. Would he have been something kind of more akin to Ramuh? Yeah, potentially. And for those shrines, lady, those are the places that so Pablimo and Yida start in Gridania. Thancred starts in Ul'dah. Y'shtola starts in Limsa. So that's why they're at each of those. It's the corresponding. Well, no, because he was already formed into the Phoenix by the prayer and worship of everyone's desire for their salvation. Okay, cool. So that's answers. Answers. Are we calling that the 2.0 theme? I'm just going to call that 2.0 theme for now. Okay, hey guys, we're 2.5 hours in, and we have made it through 1.0. And now we're on to a Realm Reborn. Honestly, I'm starting to think maybe I should have just changed the picture for today. Either way, let's get it going. Maybe we'll just have to do a Realm Reborn Part 1 and a Realm Reborn Part 2. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. It's transitional 1.0 to 2.0. Yeah, I like that better because it's not really the 2.0 theme. I mean, in some ways, it's like part of the overarching theme of the game. I just want a cute little slice of life anime with some vignettes of adventures and other NPCs and Eorzean just chilling out and stuff. Yeah, and I'm torn because the thing is that the one thing I don't want is for them to create something that is either required you to play 14 to enjoy it, or it feeling like if you play 14 you should probably go watch it in order to better enjoy or better understand certain characters. I think that transmedia nonsense is like transmedia. Japan is the highs and lows of transmedia. I'll tell you what. Woohoo! Congrats! Thank you, Misago. Yeah, I'm a bit curious. Why do the Primal 12 manifest as large spears? So the individual Primal known as the 12, manifested as the 12 it's one entity that effectively the spears are the binding and are the binds. And then they as a whole are a gestalt representation of like the, I mean, it's not even a gestalt, but it's just like, yeah. It's because their purpose, AC, was to bind Bahamut and save the day. Like that was their point. So they're both monoliths and binding spears. Robot, Weird Cooper, together at last. Both ending and beginning, Omega and Alpha. Well, I mean, Omega's not really the ending. Right? Is Omega the final letter in the... I mean, I know there's I am the end in the beginning, I'm the Alpha and the Omega. Wait. Grecian alphabet. Am I just wrong? Is this the final letter in the... Oh, it is the... Hey, this looks like it is the... No, I think I'm learning new things every day. Omega is the final alphabet letter, the 24th letter in the alphabet. That's cool. Thank you for teaching me something new today, guys. Okay. Is this the start screen for... Here, real quick, actually. Let's go log out in bed again. You guys wanted to see that. Oh, someone else. Oh, okay. I love that. Look at this sexy that's good shit. Omega's the final letter of the alphabet. Yep. Learning something new. I don't know why I thought it was earlier on. Okay, yeah, it is the Prelude. Okay, Prelude Rebirth does. That's interesting that it affects it then. Okay. Title screen 2.0. Prelude FF1. Pay me like one of your Asgardian girls. That's why Alpha will call Alpha, yeah. The name machines by threat level with Alpha being the weakest. Makes infinite interesting. I hadn't even thought about it from that direction. When using the phrase the Alpha and Omega means the beginning. Yes, AC. I'm aware that Alpha and Omega means the beginning and the end. What I just had not been entirely aware of was that Omega was the final letter in the alphabet. I'm aware of what phrases mean. Oh, interesting. Torn from the Heavens is the second song. A Warrior of Light theme. Oh, this is funny. This is the version I use for our intro to the channel. When does Prelude Discoveries even get used? Oh, you know what it is? It's opening cinematic. When Louis was explaining Hydaelyn. Do you know the lyrics to Maker's Ruin? Which version? Eorzean Archives intro, yeah. It does sound weird without a teleportation switch. That's funny. That's funny. You guys have probably heard that at this point more times than I have, because I edit it and I just get to throw it in. And I don't watch the videos a whole bunch, so. Cool dot day. And this is Hydaelyn Day. You guys will have to let me know if there's any 1.0 stuff you're hearing pop up. Hydaelyn battle theme. Honestly, I'm kind of missing the expansions where there's like a couple primary themes and you're just listening for the parts. There's like just a cacophony of different themes and stuff going on in ARR and earlier, and so it's harder to have like while the vibe's correct, having like a core sense for each place is less. Doesn't this play? No, this doesn't play at the Burning Wall. Where does this play? This plays is like some of the safe spaces, right? Hydaelyn town theme. Also, there was Torn from the Heavens in there. Bum, bum, bum. See, this is what's interesting. Maker's Ruin is obviously used partly as a Warrior of Light theme, but literally Torn from the Heavens is like the second song on the album. So it's clearly very, very important. Gift of Life. Just there. Another round. This is for like the quicksands and stuff. Actually, it's probably all the adventures go because it's the bar in Limsa too. Wait, that wasn't Torn for the Heaven. A Warriors of Light, we fight united. A Warriors of Light, we're undivided. Under the crystal's glow, you know just where to go. Under the crystal's glow, you will fell every foe. Is that from the original version, or is that a Primal's version or something? Wish me luck. I have 11 more wins to get my hot little hands on Rygo. You got this, lady. Is there a difference between warping and teleporting? Not as far I'm aware of. Kovaden, good to see you. Glad to have you. Sorry, what question? What's your favorite music ranked? Mine had to be Shadowbringers, Daywalker, and Walker Heavensward and Stormblood. I don't know I could rank them that way because for me, I think they all oscillate between like there are some songs that I adored every one of them. If I had to pick them, I mean, I guess I would probably go Endwalker, Shadowbringers, Heavensward, Stormblood, ARR. But that, like, even that isn't... I think that's a bad ranking because, like, for instance, The Warrens is one of my favorite songs, and so is the A Land Long Dead, which is from Stormblood, is one of my favorite songs. So it's much more case by case, I think, rather than just putting any one of them up against each other. They turn a lot of AR music into motifs in Endwalker, right? Which makes sense, you know, coming to a close, full circle. They made a special version of Battle Theme for every region, including Mordona and Kurthus. Yeah. Endwalker. The Maker's Rune that plays during the Ultimate Weapon and after Lavraeus fight. Okay, so the original Maker's Runes does have the lyrics too. We're there for the whole game, yeah. It has those Latin lyrics. No, they're just lyrics I made up, Elio. Maker's Rune has no official lyrics. Well, there's versions that do. There is at least a version of the Maker's Rune that does. Like here, let's pull it up. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm remembering a different one. But I'm pretty certain there's a version of it. Yeah. Together we fight, united. Together we die, united, O Crystal. Yeah. Or sorry, that's unofficial. The unofficial lyric translation of the Japanese one, which Iza. Shisu Machi. Even if it's our time to die together. At this time, we die together. Yeah, I mean, these unofficial English translations, as far as I can tell from the Japanese, seem pretty spot on. Kristaru ni yorite. Yeah. And then, like, if you look at the Latin, same idea. Yeah. This is hard to miss, which I think... Hard to miss. Oh, we just have it. Oh, we already have it marked and starved and stuff. Okay. And hard to miss is the Fate battle theme. Fate battle theme, and becomes really relevant in a bunch of other themes later on. Oh, hey, we have Bowdown again. Actually, I can probably just cut that because it's literally the same. Okay, now Sultana Dreaming. This theme is really hard. I got kicked off just before the end of the match. I was on Twinning team last night and it counted. Woo! Oh yeah, now I remember. I think I was just adapting those lyrics originally as we fight together, we die together, but I thought united, undivided sound better. Yeah. I mean, close. It's the same, general same meaning. Basically, I can sum it up as we ride or die for the crystal. You're not wrong, AC. Artemis is Fate, non-epic boss battle theme. Yes. People get very sweaty in Ul'dah. How do people not get so sweaty in Ul'dah? I believe they do. You have a macaron sing it anytime I do it for a I do a boss for it. Maker's Rune that plays during the ultimate weapon. Want to see even more scantily clad archivists? Well, we don't have those yet, but sign up for a Patreon anyways. We can get your name in the banner above my head as well at the end of the videos. Also, I realized I forgot to put the credits at the end of yesterday's video on the 6.4 trailer breakdown. I apologize for that. For those of you who support me, I deeply appreciate it. Sultana's Dreaming is the same as To the Sun, is it? No, it's A New Hope, I think. Yeah, okay. Nighttime Ul'dah. And it is... God, how did I ever forget it? A New Hope. I'm so not used to actually saying the name for the daytime Ul'dah theme. And then Bliss. Lighthearted CS. Oh, frick, we got Fracture up next. Wait a second. Did we? Am I crazy? Did we? No, we didn't do Fracture. Tense CS. Tenacity. We don't get a lot of... Oh, this is the Leave Quest theme. I was gonna say, I don't feel like we hear that this much. And it's because we don't hear that much, because most of us don't do Leave Quests. Is it the Leave Quest specifically, though, for... This isn't, like, just specifically around Hydaelyn, right? I'm not hearing anything from any other song. Anyone else catching anything? I do love that two of the more heavily dressed classes, Paladin and Black Mage, start in Ul'dah. Yeah! Yeah, I was gonna say something about in defensive Black Mage, but then again, it's like, no, it doesn't really make sense because it's heavy black, it's not even white. I will say the thing about it, though, is that the Black Mage clothes is more a byproduct of your fame, right? And Paladins, actually, there's a thing about it in, I think, Encyclopedia Eorzean Volume 1 that talks about Paladins who, like, struggled with... What is it? Give me a sec. It might be in Encyclopedia Eorzean Volume 2. There's actually a really funny bit about this. I mean, it's not exactly funny, but it's about Paladins who died of heat stroke. Chivalrous Circo. In Ul'dah, Paladin's uniform prioritizes sun protection over faction. The general public is most accustomed to seeing reflective white surcoats. However, surcoats are by no means always so plain. The Knights of Ishgard, for instance, often dye theirs the colors of their house. The thick material of the cuirass worn underneath solarets provides shock absorption and at least some protection against blades in the event that one finds its way to Volbos. A Sultan Sworn's duty is to protect the royal family at any cost. They serve as aegis twixt kings and those who would see them harm, and as such have long favored plate armor for its defensive superiority. The Paladins, however, were quick to discover that even hardiest of men will succumb to Thanalin's harsh sun when limited to the confines of a veritable iron oven. To avoid being baked alive, the Brotherhood began wearing long tunics from neck to knee over their armor, reducing the amount of sunlight it gathered. These were eventually refined into the tabards and surcoats we know today. The modern Sultansworn uniform consists of a tabard over a chainmail for squires, and a surcoat over plate for those of rank. On occasion, the Paladins can also be seen wearing capes. Those trained by the Sultansworn, but not beholden to their oaths, do not necessarily have the same environmental limitations, and seemingly wear whatever suits them, up to and including cumbersome suits of full plate. This is why you should read Encyclopedia Eorzean Volume 1 and 2, because you will find out weird, random stuff like that. Rare to change the Patreon ad because of Naked Arcanist incident. Black Mages probably use the ice magic to keep cool. Yeah, could be. What do you guys say is the greatest power the Warrior of Light has in context of 14? That's not magic or martial skill, but something natural. Their ability to draw people to them. I mean, I think emphatically the narrative would agree with me on that. A non-magic or martial skill, their ability to be the star around which everyone orbits. I mean, look, I'm trying very hard to not say their friends are their power, but fuck it, their friends are their power. Yeah, Ishgardian Dragoons, yeah, Lynn. I imagine most people can take them or leave them. Their ability to get good at everything in an extremely short amount of time. Remember, when you learn how to play the piano in like 3 attempts. Why is there an ab window? Dude, the female Dragoon armor is ridiculous. Let's just show off all the vital organs for you. It turns out female Dragoons are just tanks because they're taunting the dragons just with their gear. This is why Paladin armor is white or polished metal. Yep. The white cloth and light-colored metals help deflect some of the heat. Don't forget Paladins also need to do the cape flip. Well, it's interesting because the Sultansworn Paladins don't really have capes. Okay, Return of the Hero. I mean, this is literally the returning theme. A World Apart. This is a version of the main theme. Leaving home. FF1 main theme. I Am the Sea. This is Limsa's Day theme. I love this theme. On Westerly Winds. I still can't get over that On Westerly Winds is the freaking dungeon theme for Siren Song. You know what we should do after one of these? We should go through every dungeon and make sure that we've caught every song in every dungeon. That might be a good starting place, too. Eorzean medley. I just realized that I forgot to say that the Thanalan medley, right? Because To the Sun, right? To the Sun is, yeah, medley of themes that play in the areas of Thanalan. Okay, cool. Man, I misses the twin faces of fate already. This is a good theme. Wait, that's not. This is an incorrect. This is a typo. This says Limps and Laments a battle theme. It should be a Eorzean battle theme. Something I never figured out was how the Warrior of Light kept their cool in the final days when even one of the most simplest emotions turned you into a monster because during combat all warriors are angry. No, so it's not. There's a so okay. Importantly, the way that works is you give into despair completely. And anger isn't the same as despair, yeah, as Zep says. Also, it's not you have an emotion, you fall, or you feel any sense of despair, and you immediately turn into a monster. There are plenty of people who are worried and fearful. It's giving completely into that and just utterly giving off hopeless. So yeah, have a good one, Misako. So yeah, friends of the Warrior Light. Another Dragoon would survive long enough to notice the imperfections in armor. I think it's the Warrior of Light's ability to bring out the best and inspire those around them. Yeah, absolutely agreed, lady. Yeah. The dungeon motif melodies really began starting in Heaven's Word. Yeah. But more of my point is that we may find a dungeon. So for instance, we saw 1.0 music that was used for hard mode dungeons. It's not just the motifs that I'm looking for. It's to make sure that we've caught every piece. To me, their ability to handle that. Most dungeon themes are remixes of their zone music, no? In a Reborn, in a Heaven's Word Onward. Siren Song doesn't really have a zone, which might be why it's an exception. Yeah, no, I mean, like, look, if you geographically, right? If we pull up, it also makes the most sense from a standpoint of, okay, that music never got used for Sistasha or anything. And if we pull this up real quick, you know, if you look at this, you've got Vilbrand. We sail from Vilbrand through the Rotano, past the Sea of Ash and Sea of Jade into the Siren Song. So it's like not going to be Thavneri music, obviously we don't have any of that. So there's not really a reference point to use anything. So you're either going to have to make something completely new, or why not use an appropriate theme in a much more like eerie way that we started from Vilbrand and left from Vilbrand and we're headed to, you know, Hingashi. So, you know, it's a perfect midpoint between the two. I think it makes a lot of sense why that was used. That or Kamari Dragoon Glam. I would also wear the hell out of that, especially for being a blue Hrothgar with Horn. Hey, maybe when we get female Hrothgar, we'll see stuff like that. It's not all emotions that transform, but specifically despair or fear, yeah. We're like keeping cool by having enough resolve to save the world allows them to perform limit breaks. Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot to say that the Warrior of Light's resolve is absolutely one of their most powerful weapon tools. We go to Marasini 7.0. Kova, I don't know if you've seen, but we put out a video on why I think that 7.0 is where we're going to be going. And Ray, if you want to throw that in the chat real quick. But yeah, I think it's a very large likelihood. Even 6.4 did not, the 6.4 trailer in no way pushed back against that. The only alternative I think that would make sense at this point, based on the fact that 6.4 is doing what it is, that we theorize it would be, is that maybe we do see another reflection. But I still don't think so. I think it's gonna be something. I think it's gonna be Marasidia. Bum, bum, bum. I'm gonna see a town theme. This isn't from Coast of the Soul, right? So fun fact, if you listen, for like when like maracas come in, that's Soken shaking a cup, a noodle cup with paper clips in it. That part. Here's just a chocobo. Actually, wait, is this just the same one from 1.0? It is. Okay, well, we can just get it. We can get that. Sailor never sleeps. This is what, nighttime? Limsa, right? Yeah. And that is the same as I am the sea. I'm definitely going to be doing some re-listen of the AR on 1.0 stuff. Currents. This is Lenosian. These is Lenosian town themes as well. Town 2. Oh, hey. Bum, 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 bum. Part of the like Lenosian medleys in there. On Westerly Winds. There's a part of Westerly Winds. Actually, now I'm curious about Salt Swept. Kind of hear it. Sonelian! Sorry, Sonilon? Well, sorry, let me know how to pronounce it. But hey, how's it going? Good to see you, glad to have you. So it'd be 4. Oh, sorry. Poor Mist. I mean, he had it coming, but still Poor Mist. I mean, yeah, which reflection do you want to visit if you had a choice? If we have 5 to visit or 4? Let me think about it. We've got 7 that have been rejoined. So there's 7 total. 7 have been rejoined. 2 first and 13th are out, so that leaves 5. Remove the source. There are 4 remaining. And they are the 5, 9th, 11th, and 4th? I think those are the 4. 5, 9, 11, and 4? I think that's it. We don't know anything about them, so, like, theorizing, like, literally we know nothing about them. So, like, there's nothing to do. There are 13 reflections, 7 calamities, so 13, then -2 for the others we've already visited. Well, and then minus the source. So 4. We know it says they're already something. Yeah. But we don't know anything that might make us prefer one of them. Yeah, literally we know absolutely nothing about them, so, like, any speculation would be just straight up coming up with your headcanon. I want to visit one of the Ascians haven't touched yet, which is borderline impossible what they're planning. I would be shocked if there was one that the Ascians had not affected whatsoever and had some pre-set up plans. On top of that, I mean, you would still have the influence of one of the shards of Zodiac being left there. 16 is another reflection. I will die on that hill. So, 2 things. 1, 16 is not another reflection because we know the geography of all the reflections are the same as the source. Which is also why 11 will probably never be a reflection, and why they could be places that are inspired by like, we could have a reflection that's inspired by 11 or 16, but those are not going to be the same universe. I also really hope they aren't anyways, because that kind of like really undercuts them. Beyond that, they could be other. Maybe you could come up with their other stars in the same galaxy or same universe. Part of the other problem though is that they have different fundamental metaphysics on their aetherology, so they don't really function. I'm mostly kidding. But, Son, if you want to, I'd love to, like, know how to pronounce your name correctly if you're here to share. Okay. We are on... Oh, no, we already did the Lance Breath, so we want to go back to Brothers in Arms. Guildhest. Oh! Something else, I know that. And that's gonna go into the thing. Bum. So, I love this song. This is Whalers and Water Wheels, the Gridanian Day theme. But there's a part of the song I want to show you guys because it's just straight up part of the Shire theme. Honestly, concerning Hobbits, this part too. I didn't even mean to skip to this part, but that part too. Where is it? I'm gonna find it. We're gonna find it. Honestly, I do even just love the main part, this part of Whalers and Water Wheels. Just so happy. Okay, here, I think it's coming up. It's almost there. This part. It's just so much of Whalers and Water Wheels is just like, someone I see watched Lord of the Rings. The world was split into 14. There's no more than that. No, but that's reflections. I'm talking there are other stars on the universe. Speaking of 16, do you think Warrior Light can safely pick up the Zentetsuken? Well, they would be able to in theory because they're Echo. I know you literally can do it if you buy it, but it's not a canon judging by the fact. Yeah, no, it's not the canon weapon. It's a recreation. Their ability to prevent between their Blessing of Light and their Echo, yeah, I would think so. But I'm not sure it would have good effect. It still might have bad effects. With how many times I've seen my local Floop hunt organizer sitting on the horse. Yeah. Issues might temper anyone around them, though. Yeah, could have that effect. It depends. It seems to be highly localized with the weapons of Eureka. I thought the main danger would come from somebody else's blade might tamper to fight Warrior of Light and get the blade for themselves, so it would manifest against you. You're right, yeah. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, the object is dangerous no matter what, right? It's an extension of Eureka's will, and having it around is a bad time. Okay, and this is the Shroud theme. Shroud Day. Bum, 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 bum. Here, Black Shroud. I'm torn because I want to keep going, but I'm actually kind of tired. But the thing is that I want to get to Endwalker. I want to get to Endwalker bad. Okay, so we got 61 for that. $27. Okay, so that's what 100 roos. About like 150. How about 150? And we've done how many today? We've done about 130. Okay, and my things are now. My phones are not booking. We'll get it. We'll do these. We'll do up to the Waking Sands, and then we'll save the Waking Sands for next time, so that next episode we can call Prey Return to the Waking Sands. It's interesting. I'm sure there are more reuses than I'm catching. So, for instance, I'm sure in the medley there actually might be some of like Whalers and Water Wheels. Like I can even feel like I can hear some of it, but I'm not catching all of it. I'm going to be interested to revisit some of this in my free time too. It's a lot harder to catch than something like Endwalker, where the motifs are like specifically reused. The land bends. That's battle theme for Shroud. Oh, that's Jototo's theme, right? From that one freaking event thing. You can get rid of the writers. Boom, we already did that one. Jototo's theme, and that's from FF. Is that from ffXIV? Yeah, it's in 14, but is it in... FF... I don't think it's... Maybe it's not from ffXIV. I'm not seeing anything. So how did Lunar Odin come about? There's Lunar Odin. Yeah, so Lunar Odin's pretty easy, I think. Lunar Odin, we see people from we see specific members of the Twin Adders who are tempered in the fight over Cartanow. I think it's just very easy that those individuals knew the myth of Odin, and they were tempered using the towers, and that extension of their belief and faith in the individual. That, or there's a tower where there's this frickin' Sentetsukins just sitting there in the tower. I think that would be less likely to be possible, because it's an extension of Eureka, and a primal's not going to get a primal in that way. But I think the easy answer is you just get a bunch of people from Hyr, Eorzean, anything from Gridania who know the myth, the fable and the myth of Odin. Still thinking about... Yeah, 5.5, yeah. Still thinking about Zentetsu getting hooked up to a Telafroy machine. I just don't think that's likely because Zentetsukin, is an extension of Eureka, and a Primal's not going to make a Primal. Not in that way. Serenity is one of my favorite themes in 14. Yeah, Serenity's real good. Speaking of... Let's go back to it real quick. I mean, the thing is, it's serene, right? I love that intro part. God, that part is concerning hobbits. Okay, it does have Whalers and Waters Wheel Serenity does have part of Whalers and Waters Wheels in it, which means I think we should go back and check the others at some point. Whalers and Water Wheels, which means I bet you the other ones also have part of their the medleys have part of the city states themes and all the others. Honestly, in some ways, this is what we're doing is more like a first pass to get the info out on there of like which thing they're from, and then I'm gonna have to definitely ask for some help with this one because there's just so much 2.0 music and it's so much less clear than when themes are getting reused. Dance of the Fireflies. Nighttime. Wrath. Oh, I love this one. This is also Black Shroud theme too. I'm gonna actually add an asterisk there because I think it plays. There's certain maps that play Green Wrath versus. Actually, maybe is this just in the Serenity medley? Okay, yeah, I think Green Wrath actually is. Maybe. Not sure if it's okay since English is not my main language. Yeah, so no pronunciation symbols are kind of tough, but I think you can pronounce it. Oh yeah, here, I can take that. I appreciate it, man. Thank you very much for taking the time. Let me go ahead and take that, put that in a phonetic. Let me look that up in the phonetic alphabet. Oh my god, what is the fuck? Sunnyland. Wikipedia. I know, what is it freaking called? That type of spelling has a specific. Oh, I know this. This is From the Depths. Bum, bum. What does From the Depths get used to? From the Depths obviously is using Sestasha, but it pops up somewhere else. Oh, Floundering in the Depths. Right, in Amnesis and Nider. That's what we were talking about. Right. It's just more jazzy in that. Okay. Ah, here we go. This is what I was looking for. Okay. So S would be now I'm looking up the pronunciation guides. Okay. Lassen, fast. So this is fun. I'm looking for an upside down V. Okay, so that's unstressing. So not Sneelan? Sneelan. Snee. Sneelan. Okay. Does that sound right? Sneelan? There we go. Shino's theme is called Feast of the Ladies, by the way, and it is from 11. Okay. Thank you. It just has a different name in 11, apparently. Let us Feast of the Ladies, ffXIV. Okay, yep, it is the same. Thank you for the good catch. And then let's redo the prompts of plunder. Awesome, we got there. Okay. And it's from 11. Thank you. Think I'm going to go for now. Have a good one, AC. Enjoy Tears of the Kingdom. So crazy we got a jazz remix of this in Shadowbringers. You gotta love Soken, right? When I was really surprised when I heard Kurth's theme from 1.0. Yep. Yeah, it's crazy. When stuff gets reused is fascinating. Promise of Plunder is the battle theme for lower level dungeons. Low level dungeon battle theme. I'm gonna add an asterisk because I feel like it actually is reused from somewhere. Or not even reused, but like it actually is. Okay, let me have. Okay, this is Tamtara's theme. I know this. I mean, is this just this is just dungeon boss battle, right, for ARR? Or is this like mid-boss? Is this final boss for ARR dungeons, or is this mid-boss? Also, that part sounds kind of like ff12. It is a mid-dungeon boss thing, okay. No, okay, no, it's not from 12 or anything else. Oh, hey, it has Prelude in it. Prelude's in there. Wait, 10.0 is already in progress? I thought it was releasing in 2026. Gwen, good to see you, glad to have you. And yeah, I mean, they always work on the expansion while working on the patch content. So they've been working on it. They were writing 7.0 as early as the month as January of last year. Did you see the Soken tweets after finishing the 7.0 recording session? No, I didn't. That sounds amazing. Mid-boss. Okay, yeah, you all got it. Then we have below. Copper Bell, right? I was curious if there's any, like, to the sun in it or anything, but it doesn't sound like it. Okay, yeah, Nemesis is final boss theme. Okay. Okay. Let me go back to Nemesis real quick. Just retweeted the tweet at you, Elio. Oh, thanks. Over on Twitch or on oh my god, Twitter. Oh my lord, apparently I am tired. I'm running out of steam, guys. Fanfare folds from particular game. Oh yeah, Infinite. Which one? It's not from the FF1. It's like a specific. Thanks, Infinite. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to start wrapping up now, actually, because I am running out of steam. Honestly, I'd love to go longer and just finish out A Realm Reborn, but we're about literally almost exactly halfway. So we're going to do a part 2 for A Realm Reborn. But the other thing is, I want to go back over some of these to make sure that I think I almost certainly missed a couple of places where they do actually have motifs, like specifically in the medleys, where I'm assuming there actually is they're using some of the other themes, like where Whalers and Waterwheel and Green Wrath heading in. If you would like to help me with this file, or you would like to not only help me with it, but add specific timestamps for any of the things that we did discover, what you can do is, and I'm going to throw this in the chat real quick. I'm going to share access to this file so you can comment on it. And feel free to just throw comments in here that either have, oh, this song has this, or, you know, here's the timestamp for where it is, and I will add that information to it. I know I am, you know, honestly, frankly, setting myself up for hell by getting free access to that, but luckily it is only commenting abilities, and so I can always hide or turn those off if it gets out of hand. Don't dox yourself, Elio. My name is public knowledge. My full name. So it's not a problem. But I've said it both in videos before and elsewhere, and I don't have no problem being a public figure. Oh, well, I guess we'll leave on the Waking Sands notes. So, friendly reminder, Monday and Tuesday we stream the MSQ. Right now we're starting Endwalker this Monday. If you'd like to join us, it is at 3 p.m. CST. Till usually 7 to 8 p.m. CST every Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday, we put out a new video. Thursdays, we do play the old Final Fantasy games. We're currently me and Anir are currently playing through Final Fantasy IV. Fridays, I'm currently have off because I'm preparing to move. I'm going to be moving halfway across the country, so I've been busy working on that lately. Saturdays, we do these musical streams, which are a whole lot of fun. Although, what we're going to do after, we're probably going to go back to doing community streams or something like that once we finish these off. On Sunday, I also theoretically take the day off. If you'd like to support us, you can toss us $1 over here to get access. Pass us $1, you'll get Archon. You'll get access to all sorts of fun emotes, like these little doodads. Like, I'm just going to throw some up. You're going to get access to all sorts of fun little emotes. And you can also, if you give us a super chat, that goes towards funding our current stream goals, which is to do a cooking stream. Beyond that, you can also join Patreon, where you get fun rewards, like your name in the banner above my head, as well as at the end of videos, and you also get a fun color name change for the Discord. And if you like to hang out with me or other people and play 14 with us, with a community of semi-like-minded individuals, talk about lore, play the game, share glam, share art, all that sort of stuff, we've got the Discord, which you are more than welcome to join, and we would love to have you. Yeah. Toss a gill to our Archon. Toss a gill to your Archon, oh Valley of Plenty. Yeah, pretty much, right? Thank you for streaming. Yeah, totally Infinite. And since it's YouTube, contractually I would say like, share, and subscribe. Specifically, if you're already talking, you probably have to subscribe. But if you could just press the little like button, just like, just, ooh, ah. Well, preferably just press it once, because if you press it a second time, it undoes it. But you could just like the video. I'd appreciate it very much. Get some good rest, Elio. I will. And then I will probably also definitely not spend a bunch of free time. I should be working, playing Tears of the Kingdom or something like that. Just DM me about the model stuff. Yes, we'll do, Zep. Thank you very much. Zep, I mean, I have your DM those stuff, so if you could, well, we'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. Don't forget to hydrate. Yes, I won't forget to hydrate. Also, don't forget to floss, you know? But yeah, friendly reminder also, Deadpool's Kryl outfit he will have on Monday. You'll get to see him in his Kryl outfit, and it is adorable. Press the like button an uneven amount of times. That's a good way of putting it, Lynn. Make sure to press it an uneven amount of times. Okay, but with all that said, I have been Elio Forceron, and I have had a blast doing this with you guys, and we'll continue our journey, and I'm looking forward to getting into Endwalker, both for the MSQ stream and also in the music, because it's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good time. Okay, cheers everybody. Have a lovely evening. Morning.